As I'm talking to you right now, the Indians had reached the exact midpoint of the Major League Baseball season. In other words, they've played 82 games out of 162. You project it out right now, the Indians finished with an 88-74 record. Good enough to win a very weak Central Division, but I do think most of us, have been expected more in this first half from the Tribe than a team that's on its way to 88 wins. They won 94 games a year ago. I think I picked them to win 92. It should be a team that wins at least 90 games. So I was kind of looking, well, what's going on with this team? And instead of the scribbles on a notebook, just scribbles on a blank piece of paper. Boy, that's certainly high-level reporting right there. But there's certainly scribbles. How about this? When Corey Kluber and Carlos Carrasco start games, Kluber, Carrasco, the Indians are 21-7. 21-7 in those games started by those two guys. When anybody else pitches, they're 23-30. 21-7 versus 23-30. So that tells you the problem is in the rest of the rotation. If you dig a little deeper, Trevor Bauer is 8-8. The games he started, not his overall record there, and that's okay. But I think the Indians would like to see Bauer win more games than he loses. Josh Tomlin, who I hope they pull out of the rotation. I like Josh personally, but his ERA is well over 6. He started 16 games. The Indians have won 5. I watched Danny Salazar the other day pitch at Akron. It was Saturday night, and Salazar, after the game, he's all smiles. He says, I feel healthy. It was great to be back on the mound. I have no pain. And I guess that is a good sign. But in terms of watching him pitch, it wasn't just the fact that he only went 1 2/3 innings. They wanted him to pitch 2 or 3. Or that he gave up 4 hits and 3 runs and gave up some balls that hit pretty hard. His highest fastball was clocked at 92 miles an hour. His average was 90. Remember, Danny Salazar, 95 miles an hour, 97 miles an hour, even 99 miles an hour. Now, it's possible because Salazar's missed the last month that he had some trepidation on the mound, didn't really cut loose. He had been dealing with some inflammation in his shoulder, so maybe the next time out will be better. What he told me was that he thought he was going to pitch towards the end of this week in Columbus and go straight to Cleveland. I could tell you right now, he's not ready for that. I wrote the other day, and I really think it's true. They need to put Ryan Merritt in the rotation for Tomlin. It's hard to wait on Salazar. I mean, to put him in now, you have to wait on him. Mike Clevenger is coming on. So I'm pretty hopeful about the second half. And just a kind of a thing I just sort of looked at, a couple of guys that really, hey, it's like time to shape up here, guys. Jason Kipnis hitting 229. Carlos Santana hitting 230. By the way, combined, those guys make about $20 million. Come on, guys. You're better than that. You got to hit more than that. Edwin Encarnacion, after a slow start and whatever, if you project it out right now, he finishes batting .263, 34 homers, 90 RBIs. 263, 34 homers, 90 RBIs, and he's been trending upward since the first 6 weeks of the season. So that looks like a pretty good buy. But in the end, what really can help the Indians get them going, they've got to get a third starter who's really strong after Carrasco and Kluber. And, hopefully maybe that's Clevenger, or maybe it's Bauer, or maybe it's Merritt. Because you're going to need at least 3 of them in the playoffs, and you'd like to have 4. So let's see who they come up with. But it's time for it's the Indians' younger pitchers, especially Merritt and Clevenger, to step up along with Bauer, who's been trending upward a little bit, to continue to go in that direction.